Which teams will get off to a flying start in 2023? Of course, as we enter the New Year's Day fixtures, we're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Bouncing game on a prediction video today. We look forward to match day number 26 over the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Magazine, all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related. World Cup. When I say World Cup, I mean World Football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. We're entering 2023. Which teams will get off to a fantastic start? We'll take a look at it, all of it, in a second. Of course, people shout out my VIPs, the other patrons, of course. And again, disclaimer: recording this way ahead of time on the 23rd of December. So I don't know what's going on Boxing Day or the 25th fixtures. I have no idea. So anyway, show you what I'm talking about. We're talking about this. That's right. It is, of course, a recap of my picks, which were made in time for the predictions or for the match day. On the left-hand side, of course, the actual results. Who knows? Hopefully, Rovers tonked Middlesbrough, and hopefully Stoke tonked Burnley, and everybody else, whatever, drew. That's what we want to see. But I don't know. So you can, let me know down below. I will know, but I just won't be able to do the video. Anyway, let's of course get forward and take a look at the table. Again, this was the table on the 23rd of December, so it's hopefully Rovers are still in the top 6, dare I say it, and of course hopefully Burnley have been caught. That's what I want to say. Anyway, if you want to get involved, cut/EFL Champ is free. We are in the prediction league, still keeping going, still get involved with the Super Brew, but anyway, we are taking a look at the next round of games, which will kick off nice and early on a New Year's Day. A lot of early weird-ass kickoffs for Rovers. Anyway, taking on Cardiff at Ewood Park. Nice and bloody early. Pitch of 18 times 7-5. 4 wins for Rovers. 6 wins for Cardiff. 8 draws, of course. Rovers' biggest win over Cardiff. 5-1 win. The biggest win. They made a 3-0 win. Rovers scored just 21 goals compared to Cardiff's 25 over the course of those 18 games. Works out around 1.17 goals a game compared to 1.39 goals a game for Cardiff. Last time around, over at Rovers, it was a 5-1 win for Blackburn back in September 2021. Since then, we did lose to Cardiff in Wales this season. 1-0 loss there, so not great heading into this. I do have odds, believe it or not, for this game already, and it's even Stevens for Rovers. 23-10 is your draw, and 11-4 is your Cardiff City. So Rovers are favoured to win this game. Going to go with 2-0 win for them. Hopefully back-to-back wins at Ewood Park. None the same. Kicking on forward though, we have Blackpool up against Sunderland over at Bloomfield Road. Played each other 9 times, 2010. 3 wins apiece, 3 draws, of course. Sunderland scored the biggest win for them over Blackpool, 3-2 win. The biggest win in the way, a 2-0 win. Blackpool scored 9 goals compared to Sunderland's 8 over the course of those 9 games. Works out a goal a game for Blackpool, 0.89 goals a game for Sunderland. Last time round though, over at Bloomfield Road, it was a in the league. It was a 1-0 win for Blackpool back in April 2021. They also played each other this season at the Stadium of Light. It was a 0-0 draw way back when. I've got the odds right here, right now on this one. We have 6-4 is your Blackpool, 9-4 is your draw, 9-5 is your away win. Which way will we go? We're going to go with the 1-0 win for Blackpool on this one. Kicking on forward is Coventry City up against Bristol City over the Rico. Coventry really making a push, of course. Played 23 times, 7 wins for Coventry, 11 wins for Bristol City, 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Coventry, 3-1 win. Biggest win the other way, a 4-1 win. Bristol City scored 45 goals compared to Coventry City's 29 over the course of those 23 games. Works out around 1.26 goals a game for Coventry. 1.96 goals a game for Bristol City. Last time around over at the Rico in the league, it was a 3-2 win for Coventry back in November 2021. They also played this season in the Calabetta Cup. It was a 4-1 win for Bristol City over at the Rico, and they also played that over at Thrashton Gate. It was a 0-0 draw. So Bristol City unbeaten against Coventry over the last 2, but the odds right here right now go in favour of Coventry as of recording as well. 6-5 for Coventry, 9-4 is your Bristol City, and 9-4 is also the draw here. 2-0 win for me. Coventry City taking 3 points, and of course keeping the belief going in the right direction. Millwall up against Rotherham, of course, over at the Den. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 17 times, done 7 wins for Millwall, 5 wins for Rotherham, 5 draws, of course. Millwall, though, biggest win for them over Rotherham, 4-0 win. The biggest win in the way is 6-0 win. Rotherham, of course, coming scoring 18 goals compared to Millwall's 19 over the course of the 17 games. Works out around 1.12 goals a game for Millwall, and 1.06 goals a game for Rotherham. Last time around, though, over at the Den, it was a 1-0 win for Millwall back in April 2021. The odds right here right now for this game, we have Millwall 6-5 on for the victory, 7-2 is your Rotherham, and 12-5 is your draw. We're back in a 2-1 win for Millwall here, keeping the dream alive into 10th spot. They are as of recording. Huddersfield Town against Luton, of course, coming out of John Smith's Kirklees McAlpine Stadium. Played each other 16 times in 1995, 6 wins for Huddersfield, 3 for Luton, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Terriers, 2-0 win. The biggest win in the way for the Hatters, a 3-0 win. Huddersfield scored 19 goals compared to Luton Town 17 over the course of the 16 games. Works out about 1.06 goals a game compared to 1.19 goals a game for Huddersfield Town. Last round, though, at the John Smith's whatever, 2-0 win it was for Huddersfield. That was in the league, not including the playoffs, way back in April 2022. They also played this season in October back at Kenilworth Road. It was a 3-3 draw way back when. So Huddersfield unbeaten though against Luton over the last 6. in all competition, all venues, of course. 9-5 is your Huddersfield, 6-4 is your Luton, 9-4 is your draw. We're going to go with a 1-0 win here for Huddersfield. Again, that could be, if you look at my last couple of predictions, they could be on the push. Or they could be absolutely nowhere near it. Meanwhile, Birmingham City up against Middlesbrough coming at you on the 2nd of Jan, of course. Now, these two sides take place over at St Andrews. Played 35 times in 1983, 11 wins for Birmingham, 17 wins for Middlesbrough. We've got 7 draws, of course. Birmingham, though, biggest win for them over Borough, 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way, a 4-1 win. Birmingham scored 42 goals compared to Middlesbrough's 51 over the course of those 35 games. Works out about 1.2 goals a game compared to Middlesbrough's 1.46. Of course, last time around, though, over at St Andrews was a 2-0 win for Borough back in March 2022. They also played each other this season back in October at the Riverside. It was a 1-0 win for Middlesbrough. The odds right here right now for this game, we have Birmingham 90-10 for the victory, 7-5 is your away win, and 9-4 is the draw. We're back in a 2-1 win for the Brummies here, and again, they are serious contenders for the playoffs. Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, Norwich City up against Watford, a bit of a zinger here, of course, at the top of the table, played 32 times since 1995, 11 wins for Norwich, 17 wins for Watford, 4 draws, of course. Norwich, though, biggest win for them over Watford, 4-0 win, biggest win the other way, a 4-1 win. In fact, a lot of goals scored between the two sides, 50 goals by Watford, 51 by Norwich over the course of 32 games. Works out around 1.59 goals a game for the Canaries, 1.56 goals a game for the Hornets. Last round, though, over at Norwich was a 3-1 win for Watford back in September 2021. It was in the Premier League. The odds, though, for this game, we have Norwich 20 for the victory. We have 12-5 is your draw, and 5-2 is your away win here. 3-2 goals galore on this one. Goals are plenty. And the Norwich Canaries are singing in the end. Stoke City up against Preston North End. I'm going to dig this one out somewhere. Also on the 2nd of Jan. Played each other according to my eyes. 22 times to do 5 wins for Stoke, 9 for Preston, 8 draws, of course. Big win for Stoke, 2-0 win. The big win the other way, 3-0 win. Preston scored 30 goals compared to Stoke's 22 over the course of the 22 games. Works out about a goal a game for Stoke, 1.36 goals a game for Preston North End. That's the round that over at the Bet365. It was a 2-1 win for Preston back in January 2022. They also played each other this season, though, at Deepdale. It was a 2-0 win for Stoke. In fact, the away side hasn't lost this in the last 6 or 7 games here, so the home side are going to be strugglers. Of course, the odds right here right now, I don't know, I've just clicked them off, but I'm going to go with my gut. My gut says a win for Stoke. No, it doesn't. It says a draw. But when I looked at that now, it does look like a win for Stoke. I don't know what's in me. Don't know what's in there. Anyway, Swansea City up against Burnley, of course. Bit of a zinger this one could be over at Liberty Stadium in Wales. Played 11 times 2008, 7 wins for Swansea, 3 for Burnley, and of course 1 draw. Of course, Swansea, though, biggest win for them over Burnley, 2-0 win. The biggest win the other way, a 4-0 win for Burnley. In fact, Burnley scored 11 goals compared to Swansea's 12 over the course of those 11 games. Works out about a goal a game for Burnley, 1.09 goals a game for Swansea. Last time around, though, over in Wales, it was a 1-0 win for Swansea back in February 2018. That was in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Burnley did tonk them over at Turdmore back in, of course, October as well. Meanwhile, the odds right here right now, what we got going on? We've got Swansea 20% for the victory, 30-10 is your Burnley, 9-4 is the draw. I'm going with an ambitious 3-2 win here for Swansea. They are a decent side. They are the table here is wrong. Of course, I don't know where they are in the real world, but they are a team, especially at home, that could fight back, keep the heat going. Meanwhile, West Brom against Reading over there at the Hawthorns. Now, these two sides played 27 times in 1984, 12 wins for West Brom, 8 wins for Reading, 7 draws, of course. West Brom, biggest win for them over Reading, 4-1 win. The biggest win in the way, a 3-1 win. In fact, West Brom scored 40 goals compared to Reading's 31 over the course of those 27 games. Works out at 1.15 goals a game for Reading, 1.48 goals a game for West Bromwich Albion. Last time around at the Hawthorns, it was a 1-0 win for West Brom back in December 2021. Since then, they played at the Matchday this season, and it was a 2-0 win for West Brom. West Brom are actually beaten Reading 4 games on the spin. Just conceded the 1 goal over the last 4. The odds right here right now, we've got, what have we got going on here? We've got West Brom 64 on for the victory, 11-4 is draw, 4-1 is your away win. As of recording, going to go with a 2-0 win for West Brom. They are real deal. Meanwhile, Wigan up against Hull at the DW. Now, these two sides have played each other 16 times, 2003. 8 wins for Wigan, 6 wins for Hull, 2 draws, of course. Wigan, though, biggest win for them over Hull, 8-0 win. I said that right. A biggest win for Hull over Wigan, 5-0 win. Hull scored 31 goals compared to Wigan's 42 over the course of those 16 games. Works out around 1.94 goals a game compared to 2.63 goals a game by Wigan. I think there's a bit of a rivalry here. But anyway, last time around was a 2-1. Actually, last time around in Wigan was a 5-0 win for Hull in League One back in February 2021. They also played each other this season at the K-Con. It was a 2-1 win for Hull back in October. The odds right here right now, we've got Wigan 5-4 for the rich, 2-10 is your draw, 9-4 is your away win. We are backing Hull to lose here. 1-0 win for Wigan. Taking the 3 points and of course move the chase. And then wrap it. Let's QPR is Sheffield United. This is over at Loftus Road, played 35 times in 1993. 10 wins for QPR, 14 wins for the Blades, 11 draws, of course. QPR, though, biggest win for them over Sheffield United, 3-0 win. The biggest win of the way, a 3-0 win. Also, QPR, though, scoring just 43 goals compared to Sunderland's Sheffield United's 48 over the course of the 35 games. Works out about 1.23 goals a game compared to 1.37 goals a game for Sheffield United. Last time around, though, over at Loftus Road, it was a 3-1 win for Sheffield United back in April 2022. They also played this season. Of course, over in October, it was a 1-0 win for QPR. The odds, though, for this one coming at you 9-5 is QPR, 9-4 sure, 6-4 is your away win. We are back in, of course, QPR with a 3-1 win for Sheffield United. In the end, you get what I mean. Of course, it is a long old day today, recording a lot of videos. But anyway, that is, of course, my take. Again, be sure to get your own take. Cut for EFL Champ. And, of course, the next time you see me for this sort of championship prediction, I should be back. And we should have a bang up to date Super Bowl, bang up to date with League, and, of course, bang up to date with, of course, the results. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up. Of course, I'll see you soon, whenever you are. But, of course, be sure to be safe out there, wherever you are in the world.